And you know what's actually insane? A conspiracy theory is a theory, but if you give it just enough time, it becomes a reality. It's not that it becomes a reality, it's just that it's always been a reality. It's just that the mindset of people, the consciousness of people, it catches up, and then they're just like, "Dang, bro! So the entire time this was real." So remember when I watched this video of Cat Williams back in the day? He was talking about, I forgot what he was talking about. This guy talks about some weird things about like the noses of the pharaohs, or sometimes you see other people talking about like the Antarctica, flat Earth, all that stupid stuff that people say stupid stuff, but in reality it's not that stupid. Let's see what he says in this video about Puff Diddy himself.
All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way. The truth is the light.
I need to have another one of these.
Amen, amen.
Shit.
Remember what I said in the previous video? Anybody that indulges in sin, try not to listen to them too much. So Cat Williams, I guess he also, there's two sides of people, right? Take the good, leave the bad. This person is saying, yeah, Puff Diddy, he's also going to be exposed. He said that, by the way. When did he say that? When the heck did he say that? 8 months ago. 8 months ago. I don't think 8 months ago the Puff Diddy thing was going on, which is kind of interesting. But this guy's connected to all these people, and somehow he just decided, you know what, I'm gonna start exposing everybody, which is kind of interesting, man.
Information, knowledge, and your secrets. So if you and a man was in a corner doing something you wasn't supposed to be doing,
You will tell it.
no, somebody come to tell me.
Okay.
I gather that, I value that, I'll pay for that. Come, tell me. I know so many things I shouldn't know, and they all know it. They all know it. Why? Because you don't make me the villain. Not the guy that raises black children and ain't never done a hard drug in his life and don't have no stories of doing nobody dirty. And they'll just go out and they'll lie. The industry doesn't mess with Cat because he didn't show up for the studio. No studios have ever said that. Look at my IMDb. It will show you that no studio has ever lost money with me on the script. How? That's why I'm saying, that's why I can't let Ricky Smiley say he was supposed to play Money Mike. Because I wrote the words for Money Mike. I designed the hair for Money Mike. I collaborated with the wardrobe department and made outfits to make sure that no one in America would be wearing what Money Mike was wearing. I told them to go get the Prowler. I then told them to paint it purple. I told them don't have an actor at playing a pimp. We could get an actual pimp, Archbishop Magic Don Juan, to play. Like, I did far too much work for somebody to come years later and try to tag along just for their own self-aggrandizement.
Why didn't Cube set the record straight? Terry Crews could have set the record straight. Mike Epps could have set the record straight. Why none of them set the record straight?
That's what you were supposed to ask him when he told you those lies that
But
no
I didn't
one's
know it
ever
was a
heard.
lie.
Right, but he's telling you something no one's ever heard of. Nobody has ever heard, oh, Ben Affleck and Matt Damon was in a movie, and somebody said, y'all should switch roles. And, like, this is a business.
But that's the thing, Cat. Normally when people are giving you information, I'm thinking I'm hearing it for the first time, and they're giving information no one else knows or have ever heard. So I'm taking them at face value.
These are this is like Steve Harvey telling people he used to be homeless. That's my story. That's not his story. Steve Harvey wasn't never homeless. When Mark Curry was
Do you see what's happening here, bro? And this guy is just basically exposing the whole thing. Harvey was not, Steve Harvey, whatever his name is, he's not even homeless. But even though he tells that story a lot, because all of it is just, it's a stage, right? These guys know exactly what gets attention and what keeps attention. This is what I'm saying. Like, if you're giving your attention to these people, you're losing your power, Habibi. You're losing your power. Why? These people spend so much money just to know how to take your attention, how to get your attention. Even, by the way, when you're watching, for example, like porn, the people that are running this entire industry, they know exactly what type of angle, what type of clip, what type of title, what type of scene gets your attention. They know everything about that. These people studied you. And when you see who these people are, they're all ugly people, man. All of them are ugly people because they're all working with the devil. How are they working with the devil, by the way? Like they don't go and be like, "Hey, devil, can you please tell me what to do?" Nah, man. These people when they indulge in the lower self acts, when they're doing all these things, which Cat Williams is also doing that. This guy's just drinking alcohol. They're exposing themselves. So when you're drinking alcohol, for example, you're opening yourself to spirits, to different things to come and leech onto you. When you're watching porn, you're doing the same thing. You're opening yourself up for different spirits and things to come and leech onto you. Once you do that, then you basically, it's like you've submitted yourself to the devil. So when you're watching any of these things, Habibi, understand that it's all made by the devil. All of them. Might seem like it sounds silly to even say. It's like, yeah, bro, it's all the devil. But in reality, it all is. There's a pyramid that I saw. A pyramid. In the beginning, they're just like, oh, it's the Democrats, it's the Republicans. And then you go past that, they're like, oh, it's the Illuminati, it's the government. You go past that, they're like, oh, it's the Jews. And then you go past that, nah, bro, it's all just the devil.
With him 25 years ago, he was making $3,000 a show in cash and doing 5 shows a week. They just tell the stories. Thanks to my wife, I'm where I am. You said that about the first wife. You forget that? You told us it was her. Then you went and married somebody else that think like a man. Like, what are you talking about? They think they can rewrite history. Guy Torrey did a beautiful special about the Comedy Store and Fat Tuesday, where he said that Steve and Cedric and Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish came through there and made all lies.
By the way, I don't even blame them, man. You look at even someone like Kevin Hart, I actually don't blame them because these people, they've become pawns. So they're believing the lies too. Like they themselves, they're actually believing the lies. Like they don't walk around and they're just thinking, they're like, oh yeah, I'm doing a deal with the devil, or like, oh yeah, I'm like, I know how to get people. They don't just walk around and think like that. They're just pawns. They don't even know what's happening. They're clueless, by the way. Just so you know, these people are clueless. So then when you're seeing them, they're at such a level of consciousness where they don't even know what's happening. They really don't. They should make you like almost like have empathy, not for the ego side of them, but for the side of them that they've destroyed. These people have destroyed their soul. And honestly, like you should have empathy for their soul. They've destroyed the soul entirely. So then when you see them, you can't help but just to like, honestly, just make dua. Because what I mean by that is that everyone's soul is pure. Doesn't matter who they are, even if it's like a Satan worshiper. Everybody's soul is pure. It's just when the ego comes, then it gets like, almost like, what's the word? Controlled by the devil. The soul is just, it's like, it's literally crying for help. So again, the music that you're listening to, the more that you're listening to it, the more you get programmed by the devil. So the more that even your soul is getting destroyed. And I pray for you, bro. Even like no one is safe from this. Just so you know, like Adam alayhi salam, he had like his body was big, his brain was big. Allah says like we've taught him the names of everything. He knew everything, but yet even though he knew everything, he was still deceived by the devil. So what makes you and I different? We're all deceived by the devil. So then when you're looking at these people, they're all deceived by the devil. And the only way to be fixed up from this is to just get back to the creator. That's all it is. By the way, sorry. Doesn't matter who you are. Do you have to be a Muslim to get back to the creator? Linguistically, yeah. You have to submit your will to Allah. So even if you're so far from Islam, and you're like, no, I don't want to be into a religion and blah, blah, blah. All these dumb things that people say, just submit yourself to Allah. That's all it is. When you submit yourself to Allah, you're healed. You're literally healed. The creator. That's all it is. Like, when you do it, then you're back. Then your soul, because now it's tasting the mercy of Allah, light upon light. Once that happens, then you're back. But that's the thing. You just have to put your attention back on Allah, and then slowly Allah's going to heal you. Allah's literally going to heal you. Allah's going to show you everything. Allah's going to show you how to pray. Allah's going to show you how to worship Him. Allah's going to show you how to do dhikr. Allah's going to show you all these things, which is very beautiful.
Cedric never performed at the Comedy Store at all. Tiffany was only seen at the Laugh Factory. In 15 years in Hollywood, no one in Hollywood has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show, there being a line for him ever getting a standing ovation at any comedy club. He already had his deals when he got here. Have we heard of a comedian that came to L.A. and in his first year in L.A., he had his own sitcom on network television and had his own movie called Soul Plane that he was leading? No, we've never heard of that before that person or since that person. What do you think a plant is? Maybe people don't understand the definitions of these words. He just did his documentary with Chris Rock where he shows you that his whole upbringing in comedy was on the East Coast.
Yeah, it was.
So how simultaneously was he here in Los Angeles doing the same thing? It did happen.
By the way, hold on. If you were actually a smart marketer, just let me tell you, if you were a smart marketer, you would know like this going viral is so easy. Doing all these things is so easy. Look at what Steve Harvey's doing, right? Look at what Kevin Hart is doing. These people are just making up stories, literally making up stories, and these stories, they're being believed by the people, and then the people are like, oh, this person is so amazing, this person is so blah, blah, blah. Which should show you it's like, if I just knew how to write a good story, this is what copywriting is, by the way. If you just knew the right words to say, you'll be good. So this is what I was actually doing back in the day. I wasn't doing the satanic haram stuff. It's just when you know exactly what words to say, you'll know exactly how to get sales, how to be famous, how to get views, all of that stuff. But the thing is that this power, it's almost like you've gotten a power that almost like a gun. Like with a gun, you have to be careful how you use it. You can't just go and use it and kill like innocent people. So what you do is that you use it with discipline. You use it with a good heart. So that's why when I say learn copywriting, I'm like learn copywriting, but still have a good heart. You'll realize this power is so powerful. The skill is so powerful, you'll be able to do anything, but be careful when you're using it. So this is what all these people know. Knowing how to write a good story, and then this story gets believed by the people, and then these people, they start giving you money, they start watching your stuff, they start loving you, is a very important skill. And when you do it right, you'll truly make it happen. So learn how to do it like properly, but then when you know how to do it properly, use it ethically.
It didn't happen. And I hate to seem like a petty individual for picking apart lies, but Jussie Smollett gonna keep lying until you say we don't believe you. Like it's important in the checks and balances of the universe that liars not get to make complete narratives for themselves.
And by the way, Allah is the most just. So you'll notice that soon, like slowly, all of their lies is going to start coming out. All of it. So anybody who's famous, most of their lies are going to start coming out, man. Which is crazy, by the way.
Are you not afraid about being blackballed again? These are some power people.
What do you mean again? These people are not powerful. Satan can't create anything. That includes blessings for his people.
Nah, this is actually powerful. This is way too powerful. Why would you be scared? Like, even me talking about this, I see the comments. Some people are like, nah, man, you're getting too deep into this rabbit hole now. Like, hopefully you're going to be safe and blah, blah, blah. I mean, I appreciate the concern, but like, can shaitan affect you when you're connected to Allah? And even if he does, like, put your channel down or do anything that might harm you financially or physically, blah, 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 all these things, right? You're still safe. Because again, what's the yardstick for the measurement of success? Did you go to hell? No. Okay, you're successful. That's it. That's literally it. All defeat, all failure is psychological until hellfire.
That's why, you know what the number one job of somebody that sold their soul in Hollywood is?
What?
Is to act like it didn't happen. They all do the same job. Why do you think Gary Owen can't cross over and he already white and been in comedy for 25 years? If what I say ain't the case. It's a cabal. It's a consortium. They rock with who they rock with and they don't with who they don't. But I'm not scared of being the competition any more than you were when you lined up across from a superior team. Yeah, on paper, they're a better team.
Right.
They have all the assets and resources and we don't. But let us get on the line, boy, and see if that factors in. I guarantee you it won't.
Wow.
Because Shannon Sharp got to be a different person than that other person.
Listen here, boy. What's so funny is that, you know why I'm showing you all these things right now? Again, bro, when you understand these things, you're like, why the heck am I struggling for money? Why am I like being so worried I don't have money? Because Shaitan knows, like if there was the best copywriter in the world, it'd be Shaitan. Shaitan knows how to say something to you and make you take action. Which is why I'm saying when you understand human nature, you can never ever go broke. So then when you're understanding how are these people making their money, it's just by influence. Now go and learn what are they doing. Because again, he's manipulating humans, persuading humans. So even when you're selling something, you're persuading humans. Again, it's like a sword. You can use the sword to do good, or you can use the sword to do bad. So learn what they're doing. Learn exactly what they're doing. Then you'll be like, dang, bro, so it's actually this easy. Now take this skill and go and use it for the halal sense. By the way, I do the same thing with you. I know this skill. So I'm taking this skill and I'm using it in the halal sense. What am I doing to use it? I'm teaching you how to attract more risk into your life, how to get back being with Allah. That's why people they say when they're watching my videos, they're like, I used to watch videos of shuyukh, but you're saying the same thing, but somehow I'm more attracted to listening to this message from you than going and listening to shuyukh, which is, by the way, I mean, alhamdulillah, it's a beautiful compliment, to be honest. But I'm saying the same exact thing. It's just I'm designing in such a way where it becomes receptive to your mind. So just learning the skill is so powerful. What's the skill? Persuasion, copywriting. And these people know it, but they're using it in the haram sense. So you go and learn it and use it in the halal sense.
Person.
Absolutely.
And he always was. That doesn't change when I change teams. That remains the same. That's how a legacy is built.
So
all of these shortcut takers, they canceled me for talking about Harvey Weinstein before the thing came out, but he offered to suck my penis in front of all my people at my agency. What am I supposed to do? He did all of that. I'm thinking I'm the only black person on the script. I get there, it's 3 other black guys on there. Woo. Huh.
So you wonder what they did to get there.
I told him no. What y'all do? And this is why when I walk in a room, heads go down. Behind my back, I'm nothing. I'm just a regular old comedian that's bitter and jealous. But in my face, no. The king has walked in and they have to respect it only because I've not taken the shortcuts. I've not been funded.
Have you ever been on tour with any of these guys?
Every guy I mentioned to you is not funny out there in real life. So no. Faison's never done his own tour in 30 years. Steve Harvey don't do stand-up no more. Cedric doesn't write. I'm sorry, he doesn't write. Ricky Smiley has been playing the same old black woman forever. Like, you can't get a young fan base with that. Like, you got to be doing karaoke around the country to make that work.
Right.
And he is. But I'm a stand-up comedian. This is my 19th 100-city tour. I'm not going to have a conversation with these lazy bums that'll take a shortcut at any point. Yes, it's easier for you to juice than to get in the gym. But you don't get to bring that body in here talking crazy.
Talk about how good you look.
This is the thing, man. The quote, what benefit is it to take the whole world but then to lose your soul? Meanwhile, so most of these people, they've sold their soul, and that's why the shortcut, like you see, they've taken a shortcut. It's the same thing, bro. The same exact thing. They've taken the shortcuts, and then they came and make up all these stories. Well, yeah, I was homeless back then. If it wasn't for my wife, I wouldn't have been where I am right now. But in reality, it's just, nah, bro, you've just given money to the devil, and now you're here. That's all it is. And then you see the same thing happening to people that go to the gym. They take steroids. They're like, yeah, if it wasn't for the countless hours of hard work and blah, 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 I wouldn't have been where I am right now with this beautiful body. When in reality, no, man, if you were natural, you wouldn't have, like, it's not the same. It's completely different. Yeah, you're still going and then you're still doing the things, but it's not the same as if you were actually natural, if you didn't take the shortcuts. Most people, by the way, they say, I'm promoting getting the shortcut because I'm promoting easy work, lazy work, and blah, blah, blah. But in reality, you see all my videos, I'm like, Habibi, get to freaking work. Like, do some work. If you're getting tired, that's good. Shaking my head, bro.
I would have bust Cedric's stomach. There was nothing that would have kept me from one of these in that patch right there. Like, are you kidding me? Why would you downplay me like that? Why did I give you a pass if you were just gonna lie? And so that's what I'm saying. Like, they're all a group. Cedric, Steve, Ricky, they've been a group. Everybody knows that. They've been aligned. And there are these alliances in comedy. And if you stand against them, then they sometimes have a problem. But we don't let that change the content, because that's all you know me for, is that I'm quite likely to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help me God. Now, I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right. Because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did. I did. See, I got the receipts for everything I'm telling you. That's why I can say them so freely.
Kid, I need another. You here, get your number.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Come on.
Because early on you was accusing me of being...
Cat, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. Because I'm favored by God. Like, when I see people's wives and stuff, I don't even look at them. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to look at nothing I don't want to have. Because I know how blessed I am. If I look at it, I got it. That's how Diddy be feeling.
Now, come on, man. So, you're not supposed to look at anything that you don't want.
Not me personally, just because God has given me literally everything I ever even pump faked like I want. And that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing, is I don't have a type of woman. Every woman that I ever had as a type, I ended up getting her. Now she's not the type anymore. Now I understand that every woman is a one of one. Like, you can't.
Anyway, man, so when I told you it's not just Puff Diddy, it's the entire industry, man. The entire industry. This is why this whole Hollywood thing is all just a bunch of lies. These people are all just pawns, right? There's someone else that's running the entire operation. And so whatever you want to call the people at the top, doesn't matter who they are. Because those people at the top, they're all being controlled by the devil. And such people actually do exist, by the way. There's people with so much wealth, by the way, so much wealth, that you don't even know who they are. So then when you see Elon Musk and then you see Jeff Bezos, and these people are not the richest people in the world. There's people with trillions of dollars, and they're the ones that are running all these things, because these people are so smart. They started understanding. They're like, well, hold on a minute. In order to control the world, you don't need to control it through wars or through any of these things that they used to use back in the day. They're like, if you want to control the world, just control the attention of the population. And to control the attention of the population, we're going to be creating all these stories. We're going to be creating all these like made up things. They've literally made up all these things, and they're like, yeah, so it's working. Like, we're controlling people's attention. So when you control the attention of the population, now you can make them go do anything you want. Because when you control the attention, that's it. You've controlled the human themselves. Now you can make them go and do anything that you want. So if you're right now, you're giving any of these things your attention, like even the social media, the TV shows, the movies, you're giving them your attention, understand that you're being controlled. And what's so funny is that just give yourself enough time to not look at any of these things, and then somehow like you'll start almost like becoming sober again. You'll start being like, so I was like, they've put magic on me the entire time. The entire population, there is magic on it. The entire population. And the way for this magic to start slowing down is just, that's why Muhammad ﷺ, like he went in a cave. He was in a cave for a long time until he started receiving the revelation. Because he knows, like, even the people of Mecca themselves, all of them were, like, there was magic on them. Why? Because the same devil that was working there is also working here. But in that case, the devil who was making them worship statues, in this case, the devil is making us worship also statues, by the way. These things are all statues. They're like, you're worshiping the status of the people. Oh, this person is a celebrity. Now you're giving them all your attention. You're giving them all your attention. So this attention is so powerful. Protect your attention. When you protect your attention, you'll be able to see what are the footsteps of the shaitan, and then you'll be able to know, it's like, if I follow these footsteps, I'll end up in this type of situation, because these are the footsteps of shaitan. So your attention protects it. Protect it. If you don't protect it, you'll be lost. Easily, you'll be lost. So I'm hoping this was helpful, man. If it was, just let me know.